Hey guys, Sonimus Prime here a review for you, and today we're reviewing the Sonic and the Black Knight, Excalibur Sonic, and Sir Lancelot 2-pack from Jazzwares. Now, these things are very, very big and detailed, so I'm going to be reviewing them, as usual, one by one. So let's get started with a little bit of movie magic. Excalibur Sonic. Now, taking his sword out and reviewing this first. Oh, come on, Sonic. There we are. See, his sword is very nicely detailed. It has a nice gold paint. It has nice little paint pieces there, here and there, that looks very accurate to the game. Now, they used a white plastic for the blade, and I know it's supposed to give it like a little bit of like a glow look, but I'm not really a big fan of it. I would prefer if they actually gave it like a silver blade. Now, unfortunately for mine got kind of warped in package, but you can fix that with some cold water and a hairdryer. And yeah, I like it. I'll say now to the side. Here is Excalibur Sonic. You can see he is detailed to a T, and I enjoy the joints they gave him. Jazzwares gave these Sonic figures. They're like almost like Revoltech joints, and they seem very tough. So I don't fear breaking them. Now, a few of them are a bit weird, like. You can't really see it, but his thigh one, here, you can see mine's a bit warped, a little bit, but it's not horribly bad. But this thing is detailed, but like I said, some of his stuff is a bit warped, like this little leg armor here. But, I mean, it's Jazzwares. We don't expect 100% quality, 100% perfectness. But, I do have one problem with these, is when you get them out of the box, the joints aren't always perfectly straight. So what you gotta do is you gotta straighten out the joints, because, you know, well, you don't want to break your new figure by bending it the wrong way. Now when you do that, it should be simple. Now it can be very, very confusing, and doing it wrong will put in some risk, so that's a bad thing. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to fix up this joint. That's where the knee's supposed to bend. Okay, fixed it, got it. Sorry for all the wobbly. Second review. A bit nervous. Okay, but this guy has a great gold shimmer paint to it. He's very detailed. It's great. I love the cape on him. I like how they used a harder plastic, because if they used cloth, it would just be like bleh. And I don't see any paint marks anywhere that's bad on this guy. He looks great. Now, his visor can look up, but not far enough. I mean, you can see his face in there. Hello. But, yeah, but I prefer to keep it down anyways. I mean, to get a good look at his face, you really got to take off his visor, which is a pain. I'm not going to do it, but, I mean, you can see his face a little bit through there. I mean, at least it lines up with his eyes pretty well. Now for articulation, his arm can go in and out, and forward and backwards. His head's on a ball joint. That's great. His elbows can bend and rotate. He has 2 wrist swivels, one actually at the wrist and one at the gauntlet. Nothing at the waist. He has backward and forward and in and out movement at the thigh. He can bend 2 points at the knee. And his foot is on a ball joint. So this guy is posable to a T, but he's a bit top heavy, so you can't really get him to stand up unless you lean him on something, which is kind of bad, but not the end of the world. And when you give him his sword, here's another problem. His grip's not tight enough to hold it properly. They made the handle a little too thin, and because of it, he can't hold his sword properly, but you can give it like a nice little outwards look. Now for comparison, because I don't have any other ones, here he is with Sir Lancelot. It looks like Sir Lancelot's taller, but they're actually the same height. I checked myself. Yeah. Out of here, Lancelot. But, I'm going to give this guy a solid 9 out of 10, because I love the paint job. I love almost everything about it. I just wish he had a tighter grip on his hands, and his visor could go up more than just this. Okay, using movie magic, let's check out Lancelot. The other character that comes in this set looks fantastic. I just love this guy. Now, there is one major issue I have. In the game, he had silver armor, but in the toy, they gave him this stupid purple armor. I will never know why they gave him purple armor. I guess we'll never know. But he looks good. His visor actually goes up all the way, which I like. But I can understand it because he doesn't have any of like a big visor piece just blocking it. But I like that. I usually keep their visors down anyways. You can actually hold on to his blade a little bit better, but his arm is actually really looser. In fact, mine's a bit weird right here, but I mean, it can still bend and rotate fine. It's just a little looser when it gets to rotating. I can probably fix it up if I just take this out, put a little super glue around the peg, and plug it back in. It should fix it up right, perfectly fine. I like the sculpt in his shoes. They look very good. It looks like armored version of his actual shoes, which should. He has a nice paint. I do enjoy it. He has the same exact articulation. And to tell the truth, this is my friend CD Shadow's favorite character throughout the whole game. And his actual favorite character is actually Shadow the Hedgehog, via the name. Now, on mine, his head sticks up really far. I don't know if that's on all of them. Can you leave down in the comments and tell me if this is on all of them, if it's just to give him more range, or if this isn't right. But I think it's to give him more range. The only trouble I had with this guy is when I took him out of the packaging, this leg was detached, but luckily the peg was still on the joint, so I was able to plug it back in. And it wasn't too hard. His plastic is a bit more rubbery, so I was able to plug it back in really easily, but, I mean, just be careful. Examine your figures before you pick them up. Now, I give this guy a also 9 out of 10 because he's almost flawless, except for that stupid purple paint and loose joints. And using movie magic, let's get him back to back. Now, do I suggest picking these guys up? Yeah, sure. The normal figures, if you got them individually, were 20 bucks. I only got this for $24.99. You get two figures. Excuse me. You get 2 figures. I say it's worth it. Getting 2 figures that look exactly the same. There's nothing different to them. You just get 2 of them. If you missed out on the singletary ones, they sell plenty of Lancelots, but barely any Excalibur Sonics. So this is the only way to get Excalibur Sonic. If you already have a Lancelot, you can get the Lancelot away, or you can have a double or whatever. But if you're getting it for both of them, great. You will enjoy them. But just look out for these simple flaws. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below and subscribe for more. And remember, tell all one.